If someone says the two words roguelite and cards, the first game that comes into your mind is Slay the Spire. This March, an indie developer from, I believe, South Korea has released a game that can also be described with these two words. The main difference is that it has real-time combat. I'm talking about Corrupted Dawn of Havoc. In this game, you are controlling a team which consists of 3 to 4 characters, from the classes Assault, Gunner, Sharpshooter and Support. Assaults are tanks, they take damage. Gunners are the damage dealers. Sharpshooters are also damage dealers, and supports are healers, buffers, etc. At the time of recording, there are 2 assaults, 2 gunners, 1 support and 1 sharpshooter. Though new characters are already in the game, they are locked until the balancing of them has been completed. Each character has unique abilities, traits and cards. With this team you have to survive 3 days, which consists of 30 waves of enemies, each day having 10 waves and a boss battle. It may not seem like much, but a single run through the entire game can take up to an hour, though some people report up to 2 hours. The battleground consists of tiles you can place your characters on. Some tiles contain buffs, such as extra skill points or health regeneration. Some tiles contain debuffs, like being more vulnerable. You have to place the characters strategically due to their cards. Some characters, for example, have powerful cards which only attack linearly, so you cannot really put them on the outskirts of the map. After placing them and starting the battle, you cannot control them anymore. You will have to use their cards to move them or cast spells. Cards can be obtained through chests, winning battles, or buying them from the store, which spawns randomly throughout the day. While cards are your way of battling against the enemies, other ways to strengthen your characters include equipment, stat books, and plugins. Plugins can be seen as universal buffs, like giving extra HP to characters upon killing an enemy, or stunning the highest HP enemy for a set amount of time. You will obtain one of them after killing a boss. They can also be obtained through chests or bought in the store. This basically sums up the main part of the game, so if this is what you are replaying constantly, it'd be nice to know what the progression system looks like. There are in-game achievements which reward you with new companions, character traits which are buffs, and Zeronium. Zeronium is also obtained by completing runs in general. These are gems that can be used to progress through the research tree. This tree includes universal bonuses like extra credit collection or extra defense next to objects. This is the main way to make your team stronger and move through the game. After completing the normal difficulty level, you can move up to the hard difficulty level, which isn't a set difficulty. The hard difficulty level includes a setting called pollution. The higher the pollution level, the stronger the enemies become. You have to progress through each of them, meaning you have to complete the game in pollution level 1 to unlock pollution level 2. So far I've only completed pollution level 1, so I don't know how far the pollution goes. Maybe it's uncapped, but I'm not sure. That's the main replay value the game has to offer, but other modes are in the making, which I will touch upon soon. Steam achievements are also a good motivation to increase replay value. The game has 34 of them. Most of them include collecting all the cards and plugins for various characters, completing chapters and some general challenges. But there's a big problem with the achievements, which I will touch upon in the bugs section, which is right now. While the game has done a good job developing the core mechanics of the game, there are quite a few bugs, unfortunately. These include incorrect healing of HP if they are triggered at random events, not being able to respawn due to getting stuck on a black screen. Now you need to quit the run and no Zeronium will be awarded. Many achievements don't trigger, like completing chapter 1 and 2 from the game, so you have to use Steve Achievement Manager if you want to get them. Some achievements are, I believe, unobtainable, like having to unlock the very hard difficulty level, which I don't think exists. There's only a hard difficulty level. Or finishing the game with the one plugin. Maybe I haven't found how to get rid of collected plugins, but whenever you complete a boss battle, you are forced to choose a plugin. You cannot choose to cancel the reward, like you can do with cards, where you can choose not to take a card. Now there's no way to finish the game with only one plugin. Someone also claimed to have performance issues on a high-end PC. People need to be very careful when it comes to releasing games that have lots of bugs in them. The game itself is fine, the reviews are very positive too. Almost all negative reviews come from the fact that there are too many bugs in the game. This wasn't necessary at all. In any case, the developers are working on it and I'm sure it will be fixed in due time. I will finish by talking about the future of the game. Some features that are in the making include an endless mode, which I assume just means that you will go on indefinitely until you die, so unlimited days. I wonder how they are planning to incorporate boss battles in it, or what kind of progression there will be. Another mode will be the daily challenge, which I'm also curious about how they will implement it in a single player roguelite game. Though the game won't stay single player, as a 2 to 4 player co-op mode is also in the works. Also, you can expect at least 6 more characters to be added in the game in the near future. With that, a lot more replay value will be added to the game, and I'm sure the game will improve over time. Now the question is the game worth it? In my opinion, the combat is quite enjoyable. Well, it's a bit easy after a few runs and some researching. I haven't played through all the heart pollution levels, meaning there's a lot of difficulty left that will challenge both me and you. Due to the currently limited amount of characters, there's also a very limited amount of team compositions. So replaying at the moment feels somewhat static, as I'm mostly using the same tactics over and over again. The graphics and OST are very good in my opinion. I like the aesthetics that the game has to offer, and it's very pleasing to look at. The UI is generally good, and I have no trouble with navigating anything at all. The game has a price tag of €15, which isn't bad, but it puts it above Balatro, and at equal footing with The Binding of Isaac. I think the game is worth it, but only if the bugs get fixed and the additional characters and modes get added. For now, I consider the game a solid 7.